I have had folks ask on several occasions, when is the reading of the will? We watch movies all the time where the wealthy patriarch passes away and the whole family gathers in a room with the deceased's attorney, waiting for the attorney to read the will and tell everyone what they are inheriting. Well, that's not really how it happens. Maybe there are some cases in very wealthy families that the deceased appoints an attorney to serve as executor, and they hold a meeting with the family. But for the rest of us, it just isn't the case. The executor of the estate, whoever they are, will bring the last will and testament of the deceased to the county clerk's office of the county where the person was considered domiciled at their date of death. Speaking of domicile, a frequent cause of debate is where the person resided. Nursing homes or rehab centers are not usually considered a person's residence. We ask, if a person were to get well, where would home be? These questions are usually addressed when the funeral director fills out the death certificate. There is a residency line for probate purposes on the death certificate. This is something grieving families don't really think about, but can affect which county you need to probate in. So just ask questions and have the funeral home amend the death certificate if needed. Where a person is living when they pass can also affect estate or inheritance tax. Another misconception is that if you inherit something, you have to pay a bunch of taxes. Not true, at least in West Virginia. Currently, and this is all subject to change depending on the folks in charge of taxation, there is no estate tax or inheritance tax in West Virginia. The federal estate tax limit is 11.7 million for 2021. So unless you have over that amount, you don't need to worry about estate tax. But if you still have concerns, always talk to a CPA or tax attorney. People often worry that if they don't probate an estate fast enough, that the state will step in. Not exactly. The state of West Virginia doesn't have time to probate an estate or seek out someone's assets. What usually happens is if you don't pay the taxes on the real estate, it will be sold at the sheriff's tax sale. If no one buys it, then the property is transferred to the state auditor. You will be notified and you should still have opportunities to redeem the property as an heir. So don't worry too much about that. However, if the mortgage goes unpaid, you run the risk of a foreclosure and the trustee auctioning the property. Make sure the taxes are paid and check in with the mortgage company. There may be insurance to help pay off the mortgage, or maybe they can defer payments until the estate is settled. Also, if you have bank accounts, insurances, or investments and they go dormant, meaning no activity, I believe after 5 years, the financial institution will send those funds to the state auditor as unclaimed property. You've probably seen the list published in the paper, and that property can still be claimed by contacting the state auditor and filing some paperwork. Hope this helps, but if you have any other questions, comment below or message me. I'd be glad to help or point you in the right direction. Thank you very much, and vote Shahan for County Clerk.